you'd probably like to play him maybe tomorrow, although maybe a couple of practices in between would help, but not much. I mean, boy, your girls battled for 3 quarters and into that fourth quarter there before some of the familiar faces of Cuba City used that experience to take over.
No, absolutely. I'm not so sure that I'd want to play him in another day or so. We got a brutal schedule as it is. We got Fall River coming in on Saturday afternoon, but utmost respect for Coach Pastina and any team that he's ever coached, and you feel really proud of yourself and proud of your kids that they can battle. They've been to the state tournament the last 2 years in a row and winning it last year and having a lot of the starters back again this year. So you use it as a measure, where are you? And hopefully we can respond and be prepared to take the next step so that when we do see them again, maybe we can make it an even closer battle.
I'm going to tell you what I liked about your team first, and then you can respond. The way that your kids attack the basket early on. There aren't many teams that'll say, send the message, we're not going to back down. And Sid Staver and some of the girls that really did a nice job of getting to the rim early told us this was going to be a game that 2 teams attacking one another right to the hoop.
Well, I kind of challenged them in practice early this week when we had Barneveld in. It wasn't a very good performance on our part. We kind of let Barneveld really take it to us. And with tonight, the challenge was really to be able to answer Cuba City's pressure and try to find a way to match their intensity. So, they kind of got that message in practice the last 2 days. They got that message in the locker room before coming out. They got it again at halftime. And we're right where we need to be. We're in the game. It's within reach. Down 6 at half and being able to take the lead in the second half. I thought that was really important for us, if for nothing else, to convince ourselves that, we can do it and it doesn't take a superhuman effort, but we can do it. We just have to play good, smart basketball.
The timeout I wanted to ask about was when you did take the, I believe it was a 33-31 lead late in the third quarter. At that point, are you coaching the minute or two there to try to say, hey, an opportunity to do something that very few people do starts right here by playing well for this next stretch of time? How did you coach your team when they had that lead in a gym where the Cubans just aren't behind very often?
Part of it was just, that group had been on the floor for a lot of minutes, so it was a matter of, all right, let's get a rest. Let's everybody take a seat, get a drink of water, kind of settle in. We don't need to celebrate the fact that we're up by 2 points at this time. As a matter of fact, I made a point of saying I think there was just a little over 2 minutes to go in that quarter, and I said, we still have 10 minutes that we have to play. The game isn't over now just because we took a lead. We've got 10 more minutes we need to continue to battle at this point in time. And it was a matter of think about what it took to get you here, and you need to keep that same intensity. Unfortunately, they were just able to kind of spread us out, and I knew if they got into that situation, it was going to probably be costly for us, and it was. They're just too skilled and can attack the basket and great passers and finish at the rim, and it ended up, the lead kind of blossomed at the end, but. I'm very proud of my kids and how hard they battled.
Well, especially, you've seen a lot of great guards come through here, but Chloe Pustina, just let the game come to her again tonight. And I'm sure when you saw her hit the 1-3 in the third quarter, you say that can't happen very much here the rest of the way. But then, boom, back to back in the fourth quarter. She just seems to know when it's her time.
It's the coach's kid. When you got to step up and do something, and kind of settle your team down a little bit. And I think, especially in the fourth quarter, it was like, we'll be okay. She came off a nice screen and stepped back and just buried that 3, and then the next trip down the floor, it was the same thing, and it was like you just kind of saw everybody kind of settle, and it's like, yeah, all right, here we go. Chloe took care of us, 6 points on 2 quick baskets, and we'll be all right, Cuba City, and they were, and it's tough, but she did a great job.
Well, and there aren't many teams that can deliver a dagger at the high school level with defense, but when they went to the 32 trap and started getting those easy layups with Marty at the back end, that was kind of the thing that gave them the separation. And I'm not sure if that's something that was by design to wait till that point, but it sure was effective, and obviously for you guys gives you something to work on, knowing that that'll probably be there again when you meet the next time.
Yeah, we anticipate the 1-3-1. He does it sometimes at the start of a game. He does it sometimes right at the start of the half. Mm-hmm. And I think it kind of showed that we were a little tired. We had a big battle on Monday, and we were a little tired, so we weren't moving offensively, and we'd catch that pass and hold it, and no one was flashing, back to the ball or back to the block, and then we'd allow that trap to kind of get set real tight, and then we didn't take a step back to the pass, and they were able to pick them off, and then it was layup, 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 and it's pretty tough to defend that when somebody's getting an uncontested layup and you're chasing them down the floor the whole way.
Well, Mitch, you didn't get the win tonight, but you get the honor of making us all excited about the basketball to come, because this was really the first playoff. Sometimes it may not come till after Christmas. The first playoff-like atmosphere that we've seen in this young season, and what a great